The countdown has begun. Earth is behind us, and the vast, silent vacuum of space lies ahead. Our mission is simple. Build a state-of-the-art rocket, recruit the finest crew in the galaxy, and navigate the treacherous debris of the asteroid belt to be the first to touch down on the red planet. This is a race of efficiency and engine building. Every module we attach and every crew member we hire could be the difference between reaching our destination or drifting forever into the void. Today we are playing Race to Mars. This is a teaching playthrough, so by the time we finish you will know everything you need to know to start playing. Welcome to the board game cabin. My name is Eric. I have prepared the setup for the game, and we laid out Earth and Mars trajectory here. Our solo setup is very similar to a standard two-player game with just a few tweaks. We have our rocket card here and our starting tokens. We also have our player pawn here set on one of the trajectories on Earth. And Greg, our arch nemesis, has his trajectory down here. In solo mode, our bot Greg doesn't actually build a rocket or hold a hand of cards. Instead, it acts as a timer and grabbing the best cards from the market to build its own path while we try to build our engine. The rules we use are exactly the same as the multiplayer game, so once we master this, we can play with others as well. The game is divided into two distinct halves. We have pre-launch and post-launch. During pre-launch, we will build our deck of cards from these Race to Mars cards here, and they are all multi-use. Each turn we will have a choice between 3 of these cards. We will take one of them, Greg will take one, and the third one will become the trajectory to Mars, like the race track between me and Greg. So you can see we need different resources here to go forward. And that is what you do in post-launch. In pre-launch, we will just build our decks, or I will build my deck and Greg will just be annoying. After we have 12 rounds, we have 6 cards here and 6 below. I will have like 2 layers here because the trajectory would have been too long for the shot here otherwise. After we have laid out 12 cards, we can launch our rocket if we fulfill one condition, and that is that we need to have double the amount of cards in our deck than we have modules on our spaceship here. And we start with 1 module here. So if we have 4 modules below our rocket, we need 8 cards in our deck. Greg does not care about that. He will launch his rocket after 12 rounds. And this part of the game is so cool because we can stay on Earth and continue building our deck with the better crew and rockets, while Greg already has launched and is on his way to Mars. So we can just wait a little bit to perfect our deck and then launch if we want to. The question is how long we dare to stay and perfect our deck, because Greg will speed his way to Mars. When we are finished building our crew or deck, which are these top purple halves of the cards or thirds of the cards, and the rocket parts, like the modules, are on the bottom half here, we can, instead of picking a card in the pre-launch, we can launch our rocket, which starts the race mode of the game, so where we can actually move our pawn here forward along the trajectory to reach Mars. As I said before, we have 1 starting card, and we also have 1 starting power, or I think it's called headquarters. And I will explain that power later when we use it. Let's go into pre-launch mode. So, as I said, we reveal 1 more card than there is players. That's me and Greg, so we reveal 3 cards here. So we have a lot of different choices here. If we start looking by the top here, this card here, if we choose to have this in our deck, we will be able, when we play this card, we will be able to draw one card. We also have the basic hull resource here. This card here will let us draw 3 cards and keep 1 and discard the other 2 into our discard pile. And this here is communication. It's actually, you see, it has a white background and this one has a black background. And this one is an advanced resource. So there are 4 basic resources. We have hull, we have velocity, we have navigation, and we have fuel. And we can also use this wild as any of these basic resources. And then we have 2 communication and engineering that are advanced resources. So that is the top part of the card, which we can use as our crew or deck. We also have the bottom part of the card, so we can use these as modules on a rocket. So this symbol means we can draw extra cards. This symbol means we can activate the above or below module. So if we had these, we could activate either this or that. But now these are to draw cards, so they wouldn't be very good. And we also have this hull resource, which will have a permanent resource below as a module. So modules will stay in play, acting like passive or cards that are always in play that we can use. So building our rocket in the right way is critical to going to Mars. I think for our first pick, we're going to take this permanent hull resource as a rocket module. So I will slide this down under here. And playing against Greg, we are always the start player and the active player. So we always get to take the first pick. And now Greg will decide which card he will pick. Before I explain that, I just want to tell you about our rocket here. You can see we have on the rocket, we have 2 card draw. So the basic is that we can draw 2 cards from our crew that we haven't started building yet. From the starting card, we also get an extra one. So we have a draw of 3, and then we have this Jettison ability. We can do that once per round. We can discard or trash this module, remove it from the game. It's called Jettison in this, which is very thematic, to go 3 spaces. It doesn't matter what resources it is. We can go 3 spaces forward. So that is really good. Greg's turn in pre-launch is easy. Greg always picks 1 card, but he never keeps it. He just discards whatever he takes. To decide what Greg takes, we follow a simple priority list. It takes the card with the most advancement points for its trajectory. And Greg has the lowest trajectory. As you can see, Greg is red. So he will check the line on the bottom here. It takes the card with the most advancement points for its trajectory. Basic resources, the black ones, are worth 1 point. And advanced resources are worth 2 points, the white ones. If there is a tie, he would pick the one with a hazard. I don't have a hazard yet, but it's a line like this. There are 3 different kinds of hazards. I will explain them when they happen. So he will take the one with most. So here we have 2, 1, 2. So that's 5 advancement points. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, because the black ones are 1 each. So he will take the one with most, which is this. This is 5, this is 4. So he will discard this card. I will put it just outside of camera. And this card will become our trajectory, first trajectory card here. So we can already see a little bit what we will need in our deck to reach Mars. So we will need a lot of hull. As you can see, we have 4 hull resources and 1 of these navigation resources. Okay, let's reveal 3 cards for the next round here. We are still in pre-launch, and in pre-launch we just go pick a card and place the card in your deck or attach, and then it's Greg. So I will actually not display, as I usually do, the turn structure anywhere until we go into post-launch. Then I will explain the full turn structure. This was to draw 3 cards and pick one and discard the rest. This one is to draw 1 card and get one of these velocity resources. I am tempted to take another one of these permanent hull resources. I don't think we will need 2, but we have a lot there though. I'll take this to our crew. Hope we will get some of this velocity resources. Greg has now... We check the amount of advancement points in the bottom row here. We are the top row. He is the bottom row. He has 4 advancement points here. And he has 4 advancement points here. Because remember, the white one are 2. The black ones are 1. So when there's a tie, he will actually be an ass and place one of these hazards on the trajectory, taking this card. So he takes this card, and then this card will be placed here. And that yellow hazard is when we go past that, we have to discard one of our crew members. Usually from our discard pile or hand. If we can't, we will have to discard one from play. I'll explain that when it happens. Okay, let's take 3 new cards. Go into... So we have 1 new crew ability here. We have the Jettison symbol. So this is how you will trash cards from your deck. Our deck will be filled with these asteroids because every time we shuffle, we will be putting one of these asteroids in and they are just clogging up our deck. So having one of these Jettison abilities is pretty great. We also will need a lot of these navigation. So maybe putting one of the permanent navigation as our modules on the rocket is a good card. Let's do that. We'll put this one as a permanent module on our rocket. Greg has 5 points there and 5 points in the bottom. And there's no tiebreaker here, no hazard. So in this case, we can actually choose which one he will trash and which one will go to the trajectory. So then we check the top here, which one is best for us for our trajectory. This one is scary because it needs 2 advanced resources to get past. So I will actually trash this. Greg trashes this, and this one will go into the trajectory. Let's continue. We have some new symbols here. This one will let us draw 2 cards. This one I explained before. It's a 1. If we put this as a rocket module, we can jettison it or trash it to go forward 3 spaces in post-launch. This one is a permanent fuel resource, and this one is new. This is protection against red hazards. We only have yellow and green hazards so far, but that is really good to have. Because red hazards will, when we go past a red hazard, we need to discard one of these rocket modules. We'll actually take this card as a crew member, so we can draw a card, and we also need more of these hull resources. So let's go with that. Greg has has a tie here, so 5-5, and remember the tiebreaker is he will try to be an ass and put the yellow hazard for us. And Greg doesn't care about hazards, so that will be really annoying. Let's continue with the post-launch, pre-launch here. Remember, that's communication resource, an advanced resource. This one is new. This one will let us put one of these boost cards in our discard pile. And boost cards are one-time use, like a wild that can go, that even can use like advanced resources. So that's really good. But after using it, we will have to discard it back to the supply. I will actually take that as a crew member because I really like these boost cards. Then see, Greg will take this one because it's 5 and that one's 3 in advancement points. And this one will be the trajectory. Let's take 3 new ones. Here's a new symbol. This one is the wild basic resource. So we can use this as one of these black resources, not the white ones. And this one is to draw 3 cards and discard, as you know. Oh, here we have protection against yellow hazards. I think we need to take that because we have 2 here. Then we need to discard one. We need to jettison, trash one of our crew members. I think it's radiation or something. So let's take that, not even looking on the trajectories. We take this into our crew, into our rocket as a rocket module. And Greg will have the same here. He has 4 and 4, so no hazards. So we can decide which one we want. Both are pretty bad. We don't have any of these advanced resources, but let's look for engineering here. And now you can see we have 6 cards here. So now ordinarily this one would continue 6 more over here, but it's not great for the camera. So I will continue down here and going to Mars here. So always after 6 there's one of these green hazards where you will get an extra asteroid into your discard pile. Let's take 3 more. We've seen all of the symbols here except for this one, and this lets you store cards between turns. Otherwise you have to discard if you have cards you can't use. You can either use them as experience or you have to discard them. So that's good for having certain resources that you are not using this turn. You can save them for later. I'll actually take one of these wild resources, I think. Yes. Let's do that. For the crew. And Greg will discard this one because it's 5 advancement points. This one was only 3. And this one is the trajectory here to Mars. Let's take next here. These are really good for us. We also should have some way of removing cards. I haven't explained these cards yet. We can actually use experience. If we have cards in our hand, we can discard them for experience in post-launch. When we can use experience to buy 3 experience to buy one of these boost cards. We can spend 2 experience to jettison a card, like this is the same ability. And we can spend 3 here to have protection against hazards for our next turn. And these 2, this one is always an insight that you can use, and these 2 are different every game you play, which is really cool. I'll take this to my crew. Because we need both of them a lot on our trajectory here. So Greg will take this one because that's 5. And this one, oh now we have a red hazard as well. Remember, red hazards we need to jettison one of our rocket modules. Okay, let's take 3 new. Looking at our trajectory here, we need a lot of hull, but we also need fuel and velocity, and also we have 2 engineering. Those ones will be hard to get. We need fuel. We also need a way to jettison here. Let's take this one as a crew member. We have a lot of resources now as crew. Greg will take that one to discard, and this one will become our trajectory. We need a lot of velocity as well. This will be tough. Here we have one engineering. Maybe we should take that one. Because we only need 2 though. Maybe we could use one of these boost cards to go past those. I think I want to take this so the red hazard doesn't come. We don't need more red hazards. And we need more navigation. So let's take this into our crew. Greg will have 4 on both. And the tiebreaker is that he'll put the yellow. The yellow we have protection against. So that I'm not as worried about that. Now, there's only 2 choices left. Then Greg will start to blast off to Mars. This is not good, as you can see on our trajectory here. All of the 3 cards here has advanced resources. And we don't have many ways to get past the advanced resources. Maybe we should take one more of these as our rocket modules to be able to blast past 3 spaces. Or we could take this to draw more cards. Remember, if you draw too many cards, we will have a lot of... We will like reshuffle the deck a lot. Every time we reshuffle, we'll have an asteroid which doesn't do anything into our deck. So drawing too many cards is not great. Let's use this to put as rocket module here. Greg will discard this one because it has 5 in advancement points and this one has 4. Now we need communication as well. Not great. Last choice here before Greg goes away to Mars. We can stay, remember? I think we'll actually take this as a crew because we will need more fuel. We have a lot of fuel, like there and there and there. And we need a card draw is always nice to have. Not too much though, as I said. Greg will remove this because this is 5 points. 2, 1, 2. This one is 4. And now we go into the last pre-launch. So we are still dealing 3 cards here. But Greg will not pick a card here. He will just blast away. This is actually the... Maybe we should only take 2 cards here. Yes, let's shuffle these. I think we should only take 2 cards here. Because Greg doesn't put a card. So this one goes there. Let's take 2. This is a new symbol. So when we play this, it will duplicate another crew already played. So if we play this, we can play this under it to do the exact same thing as another card, which is really good to have. No, I checked the rules. We actually have 3 cards here. It's the next turn, because this is the turn where Greg decided to go into space. Okay, we have the engineering there. We don't have too much engineering. We have 2 places with engineering. Well, let's take an engineer for safety's sake. We don't have too many wilds for going past these areas. We don't have much ways to get go past these communication places. So now Greg goes into post-launch. I will explain our post-launch soon when we come in there, but Greg has a very simple turn. Starting from the round 13, Greg ignores everything except moving, and he doesn't care about these hazards at all. He doesn't play cards. Instead, he gets a set amount of advancement points based on the difficulty we chose. So we are playing on medium difficulty today. So Greg will have 4 advancement points. And on his turn, it spends these points to move. Moving one of these black basic resource spaces costs 1 point. Moving past one of these white advanced resource spaces costs 2 points. And he has 4 total. And Greg will move as far as its points allow. If it only has 1 point left, but the next space requires an advanced resource, it stops there and loses that remaining point. So Greg will go 4 spaces here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are still on Earth. So now we go into the next pre-launch. From now on, we only have 2 cards. We can decide to skip picking a card for our deck or rocket and just launch ourselves. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules. That means we need to have 10 cards in our deck to be able to launch. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 1 more card here to be able to launch. I think we'll take this. Remember, this one makes, when we play this, we can put one of these boost cards into our discard pile, and I like them a lot because they are wilds. So this one gets discarded. Now we go to post-launch in the same turn. Greg goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So next turn, we go to pre-launch. Let's see, is there anything here we want, or should we just launch our rocket? I think we can't wait too long to launch here. Let's just launch our rocket. We'll not pick one of these cards and launch instead. We will put this from removing it from our rocket to activate our launch sequence. So 3, 2, 1, activate. We will take our cards of 10 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 5 modules. The rocket doesn't count as a module, so we'll shuffle these. And now we are in... We draw 3 cards here. You see we have 2 cards there and 1 card there, so we can draw 3 cards to our hand. Now we'll have our hand down here and the cards we play up here. So let's see. Can put this a little bit more like that, so we'll have a place for a discard pile here. So now we are in post-launch mode, and I will put the round structure up here for the first few turns. We're in launch mode, so you will understand the structure. So it starts with phase 2.1, which is to play cards. So we can play our hand here. We don't have any blue cards, we only have green cards here. So we'll just play these cards as they are. And I usually play them in the same column. We can actually save this card because we can use it as experience instead. As you can see, our first steps here doesn't involve any engineering, so we can't use that here. So that was a pretty quick first phase, play cards. We didn't have any blue cards with immediate effects. Now for phase 2.2, which is advance rocket. And to move our pawn to the next space on the trajectory, we must spend resources that we have either in our modules under our rocket, or have in play. So we can use these cubes to mark what resources we need. So the first step here you see is 1 hull resource. I have 1 here. So I put 1 blue cube there and go 1 step. We also have the hull resource over here. So I use that one to go 1 step. The next one is also a hull. We don't have any more hull here. We have this wild resource that can be used as any black resource. So any of the basic resources. So we'll use that as one of these hulls, going one step. Next step is navigation. We have one navigation here. So I'll use that to go there. And now I think we hit the wall here. We actually have one more navigation here, but we could use one of these to trash these and go 3 forward. 1, 2, 3. That would be cool, but I think we will need to save these for the places where we have harder resources to get past. I think we stay there. Greg will go 4 as usual. 1, 2, 3, 4 in this advanced rocket phase. Now we're going to 2.3, exchange cards for experience. So this card I can't use now. So I will exchange this one, putting it in my discard pile for one of these experience points. Remember, I could use these experience points either to buy boost cards, to jettison cards, or to get some protection. The next step is 2.4. We can spend these experience, as I just explained. Then 2.5, we discard any cards we have left in our hand. And then, and also these cards, can remove these. These are discarded. And then we draw cards equal to our rocket capacity here. So 3 cards. 2, 3. That is a full turn. So now we go back to the next turn. If any of us were still in pre-launch, we would go through pre-launch. So we would pick 2 cards, pick a card, place the card into our deck or our rocket. But now we're both in post-launch, so I will just go from there. Now we are in 2.1, play cards. Remember, now we only use, when we're playing cards, we only use the top, so the bottom here doesn't matter at all. Let's play this card. So this one lets us draw a new card immediately and gives us one of these hull resources. We got this card here, which let us take one of these boost cards and put into our discard pile. Remember, these boost cards are used one time as a wild resource, and we can even use them as advanced resources. That's the big difference between this card and this card can only be used as basic resources. So let's take this card as well to draw another card. And let's continue doing that, placing this card to draw another card. We have a chain here. Let's take that card to draw another card. I think we have a little bit too much card draw, because now we will need to reshuffle our deck soon. We have one more of these to put one boost into our discard. And then finally we play this card. I usually play all the blue ones in one place and all the green ones in one place. Now we have so much of the combo cards here, so maybe we should play it like this to have the best structure. That was play cards. We now advance the rocket. So let's start with this. Next step is one hull, so let's use that hull there. Then step after that is navigation. Now we go past the hazard here. When going past the hazard, you have to do the penalty immediately. So we are protected against yellow hazards, but if we weren't, we needed to discard one crew card. Crew cards are the ones with a green or blue top, the yellow background. We can't discard these or asteroids while going through a hazard, or from our hand. If we don't have any cards in our hand or discard pile, we need to discard one of the crews from play. Okay, next one is also a hull, so let's go like that. Then we have one more navigation, like that. Then we need velocity is our next one, so we have velocity over there. Go there. Now we are stuck We don't have any more navigation. We have two. Yeah, we have one more navigation there. Perfect. Like that. Then we have one more fuel. We are blasting away here. Fuel. And now we are stuck. Greg will just go 4 points. Remember, now he's going past one of these advanced, so those are worth 2 points in his advancement steps. So he will go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But he only have 1 point left and needs 2 to go to the communication there. So he will just stop. Okay, we don't have any cards to exchange for experience. We don't want to spend any experience. We discard cards to our discard pile. Then we draw cards. And now when we have to draw, we need to reshuffle this deck. Before we do, we always have to put one of these asteroids in. So these cards doesn't do anything, they just clog up our deck. So now we shuffle, remove these two as well. And we draw 3 cards, 1, 2, 3. And we play. So play that card to draw another. Play that card to draw another. We have a good chain here of drawing cards, but I'm a little bit afraid it's too good. Let's take that one, draw. And now we are stuck here. We have a lot of resources and one of these boost cards. So let's go into advance the rocket step. Next is navigation, so let's use this here. We have velocity over there. Remember, we are safe against the hazard here. We have some hull resources there. We need navigation. Now we need velocity. We don't have any more velocity anywhere. Now we are forced to use this card. So let's use that to go past that velocity there. Now we have hull here, go there. We have fuel there. We have more hull here. We are blasting away. Sayonara, Greg. I think we stopped there. We don't have any velocity. We have fuel and 2 navigation. Oh, actually, I haven't explained my special power. I probably could use it before. So every time you play, you also have this special starting power. You have a special starting card that you have a choice of 2 cards with the starting card and a choice of 2 of the starting power as well. And our power is to use one of our non-jettisoning rocket modules twice each turn. So we can use one of these twice each turn. We have to remember that. But we need velocity now. We don't have velocity anywhere. We have 5 resources over though, which is really good. It's not good. We should have used them in some way. But yeah, Greg will go 1, 2, 3, and he won't pass that because he doesn't have any more. So we are already past Greg, which is cool. Let's go into exchange cards for experience. We don't have any cards. We don't want to spend. We will discard cards. Discarding these, they don't go back to your discard pile. They go back here. So they are only one-time use. These ones go there. These ones go here. We discard all of these and draw 3 new ones. So this turn will not be as explosive as the last one. We play this card to get one of these boosts into our discard. We will play this and this because we will actually be able to go past that now, which is really good. So velocity is our first. We go into advanced rocket step. We still don't have any velocity, but we can use this basic wild resource as velocity. So let's use that. We'll use this hull here once. We will use this engineering to go past engineering. And remember, we could use this twice, so we'll use that to go past hull. And there we are stuck. Now it's Greg. He will go 2, 3, 4. We don't have any experience to use. We'll discard these and draw 3 new cards. 1, 2, 3. Removing these. So we can't do anything with this. We can't sell it for experience either. So this is a fast turn. We play this to take one of those. Play this. And that is it. We go into advanced rocket. We use this to go there. We use this again using our power to go there. Now we went through the green hazard, which is to take one of these asteroids into our discard pile. The next one is a fuel. So we will use this one to go down here to the fuel. And that is, the next one is also a hull. We don't have any more hull, so we'll discard this to there, and these two go here. Remember, we can't get experience from asteroids. Greg will go 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove these. We have to reshuffle here, so we need to put 1 extra. The one here was from the hazard. Let's shuffle. Draw 3 cards. Let's play that. Draw another. Play that. Draw an asteroid. Play that to put one of those into our discard. And do we need this? I think we do. Yes, let's play it. Let's go into advanced the rocket step. We have hull over here. We have navigation over here. We don't have any fuel, so we'll use this basic wild to go there. Ah, we did have a fuel there. Let's use the fuel there. I totally missed that. We'll use the navigation again using our special headquarters ability. Going past this red hazard. Now we have to jettison or trash one of our modules here. And I think I'll trash this one. That's this one-time use. We still have 2 yellow hazards to go past, so maybe it's not. Maybe let's trash the yellow hazard protection. Then we have to trash cards from our deck, which is not, I don't know. Let's see if it's possible. The next one is an engineering resource we need to pass. We can't use this. We can only use that as black ones. So we are stuck here. Greg will go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we discard the cards. Draw 3 cards. Oops. And play next turn. Let's play that. Let's play this to gain one of the boost cards. Play this to draw. Yes, we got the engineering. I'll play that. So we'll go engineering. The next step here, we need, sorry, to remove these. We need navigation. Have velocity here. We have hull over there. We don't have the extra velocity, so we'll use this boost to go past that. Use this navigation to go past this here. We don't have any fuel resource, so this is where we stop. Greg goes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is removed there. Remove all the cubes. Discard. Next turn. Draw cards. Let's just play these resources. See where it takes us. Let's start with this fuel. Now we went past this yellow hazard. We don't have the yellow hazard protection anymore. So we have to discard either a card in our hand. We can't discard asteroids, of course, or boosts. We need to discard one of these crew abilities. We actually don't have any more use of this engineering card. So that's a good contender for trashing. I think that is what we trash. Let's trash this. Wait. We need to continue here with the velocity. We don't have velocity anywhere here. So I think this is the time for us to trash this card to just go past 3 spaces. Yes, let's do that. We have to trash this, go 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. We still don't have velocity. Should we trash this card as well? 1, 2, 3. We don't have any fuel. Then we only can draw 2 cards. No, let's... maybe we should. Let's do it. Let's trash it. Also, to go 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Now we went past another yellow hazard, so we need to discard 1 card. Let's discard one of these boost cards. We still can't we need fuel, so we are still stuck here. So Greg goes 1, 2, 3, 4. We discard these cards. This one goes to the discard pile. We can now only draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay, that was not the most exciting turn. We will use this to go 1 here. We can actually go next here to navigation and use this here, and then we can use it again to go to Mars. So, and Greg will go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we are ready for the hard difficulty here. This was a great deck. And there you have it. That was a full solo playthrough of Race to Mars. As you saw, the game is a tight balancing act between building a powerful engine early and having the right crew to pilot it across the finish line. If you find yourself winning consistently, you can easily adjust the difficulty by changing Greg's power level. As I said, we played on medium today, which gives the bot 4 points per turn. If you want a greater challenge, hard is 5 points, so Greg would already be... I think we wouldn't have won against Greg on hard. And on insane, he will have 6 moving points. You will have to be incredibly efficient to beat Greg. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.